Hello.
What up?
What's going on, guys?
George, week 3?
Yo, week three.
We are here. This is 1925, the New York Giants podcast. I'm Tom Scavetta. He is
I'm George.
Bristol and Nick Goder.
I'm Nick. Not that anybody gives a shit. How you doing?
You're right. We don't. Tom,
George.
time out. You're starting to say the podcast like the Ohio State University. I'm just going to throw that out there. Fuck
I
Ohio
am
State.
not an Ohio State fan, but
I know, but you're picking it up. It's like a thing you're picking up. That pause is getting longer and longer, just like the Ohio State University.
You guys spent.
Hmm?
A little audio there, man.
All right, folks. Before we start the show here tonight, make sure to go check us out on all of our social media on Instagram at 1925, the New York Giants podcast. Yeah, I did it quicker that time. On YouTube at 1925 podcast Big Blue. We also have a link tree at the link below. We'll have that scrolling across for a couple minutes. Any comments you have throughout the show. And yeah, obviously a lot of news this week. Matt Nagy, new offensive coordinator. Very excited to talk about that. We'll talk about if we're excited about the hire or not. We've got some other stuff going on as well. And George, I'm going to throw it to you here. We've got a very special guest tonight. Why don't you take the reins?
1925 proudly presents our second guest in 3 weeks. Pretty good for a non-math major. All right. The Giant Singh, Jasmeet Singh, welcome to the show.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for having me on.
What's up, man?
Thanks
How
for
you
joining,
been?
man.
Not much. Just the off season. Looking forward to this weekend. I don't want Patriots to win. I'm picking the Seahawks just because Giants beat them twice. I don't want them to win another one. You know, that's it. Looking forward. Knicks are looking good. Great. That's another team I follow. That's another team I own season tickets for.
Oh,
Whoa.
Yeah, and that's it. I mean, those are two of my commitments. You know, like the whole year.
We are going to
that's
be
right.
best friends. We will occupy any seats you need occupied.
I know, right? I
For-
know.
for
I have
photo
a
op-
lot
for
of
photo
people,
op
a lot of people
purposes.
reach out to me. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't got my my bill for playoffs yet, but I guess it's too early right now. I will get my Giants bill before I get my playoffs Knicks. But
Those are actually bills I would love to get in the mail.
You don't want to deal with that, man. That's one thing. I mean, Giants, yes, definitely. It's a roller coaster.
It's only 8
ride
or
for
9
us.
games. It's not too bad.
I hate sometimes paying those bills. You know, I'm like, why am I signed up for this? You know, but it's the love, the passion that we do. You know.
So where are you from?
So I grew up in India. I was 15 years old when I moved here. Always then stayed all my life till now in New Jersey. I was in Hackensack in Berrien County all these years, but about 4 months ago, I decided to move a little closer to our division rivals, Eagles, and I moved down south by Exit 8. So I'm in Monroe, New Jersey now.
Oh,
But
gotcha.
still make all the trips. Made every single game. You know, except that snowy one that I had to not decide not to go for family reasons. But other than that, I've been to every single home game this year, and yeah, it was a fun ride. You know.
That's awesome. So how did it start? When did you become a Giants fan? Like what really got you interested into them?
So back in 2002, that's when I moved here. Started going to one of the centralized temple on every Sunday, and growing up with these bunch of kids, they all were Giants fans. So after our ceremonies, like, you know, by 1 o'clock, we all go to one person's house close by, and watch the Giants games in his basement. You know, so start getting to know what football is about. I knew what rugby was, you know, back in India, but I was always from a cricket family. You know, so cricket was our one and only game that we root for. So football was another thing that I wanted to, like, you know, why not try it? You know, never played, started learning about it. Was a casual fan back then, you know, But then in 2004, when Eli got drafted, there was a different energy in the air in New York. People were like talking about it, like, oh boy, this guy's gonna bring like the mojo back. It's gonna be New York kind of thing. So, and plus, all of my friends were bragging about it. Him, just like how we all are bragging about Jackson Dart right now. Just exactly like that. So that made me watch the Giants every Sunday, every week. Fast forwarding first Super Bowl, that got me like into the Giants full time. So 2007, you could say I was a full-time Giants fan, committed. Whatever happens, I will stick to the blue. Actually, I picked them over the Jets also. For another reason, that blue's always been my favorite color. So if you look at it, every single team that I follow has a blue in there. So Knicks, the Rangers, the Yankees, and the Giants, so yeah, I mean, all local teams, but everyone's blue. So
Yeah, I actually applaud you, because if you would have picked the Jets, the Mets, and the Nets, your life would be screwed. You wouldn't own
Yep.
one piece of
I
memorabilia.
know, and I can see that now. I mean, after 23, 24 years now living here, I could see that. I could see that, like how disaster of that fan base, how bad they are, and what they're suffering for, But,
I mean, you would get beat up
Thank you.
all year long. There'd be no pause.
yep.
The Mets suck.
I'll tell you what.
Jets
I've
are
seen
terrible.
I've seen them in playoffs a couple of times when Mark Sanchez and Rex Ryan were there. Remember 2 years in a row they went to the playoffs. That's about it. I mean, other than that, they haven't had anything good.
I'll tell you what, though. I live in a neighborhood where I'm surrounded by Jets fans, and all the kids in my neighborhood, they're 0-12, whatever. Doesn't matter what the record is. They talk the most shit you'll ever hear. They are loyal, and you got to give them props for that. But good God, you made the right
Yeah.
choice.
I know. Yeah, and plus like I said, like all my friends were Giants fans, so I mean I had no other option, no other choice, With Knicks and Nets, yes, I did had choice, like with that, because some of them were Nets, some of the Knicks, but with the Giants, there was no other choice. But like I'm glad I am, So yeah, so that's where I was a Giants fan. I started, then I bought my season tickets actually right after COVID, when we first started getting in, because before that I was going to the games with my uncle, with my family and friends, like that kind of thing, casually, but never a stadium person. But then right after COVID, like I had, my son came up to me and he was like, you know what, Dad, we just start going to the game, like we should go to the game, my older one. And that I was like, okay, let me try to take you to one preseason game and see how you like it, because he was young. He was like only like 4 years old at that time, for five, I think 5, yeah. And I was like, okay, let's take you, He loved it. It was a Giants and Jets preseason game. It was a Giants away, actually, if I remember. And we were in the box, actually. I got it through my work. And we were in the box right next to Joe Namath. So, so we actually still have that picture when he was actually high-fiving Joe Namath from the other side of the box. It was like a big glass door right in the middle, but they both were high-fiving each other. And we were having fun. And then I was like, okay, I think he likes it, whatever. And then I bought the season tickets. And then I didn't take him that time, but I started taking him when he was like about 7, and then yeah, that's it's now history that he is part of my every Sunday. Every Sunday he walks with me. He goes to the stadium with me, tailgates with me, and that's how I'm teaching him. And he's another diehard Giant, with me.
Perfect. Yeah,
That's awesome.
we like to
Love
call
that.
it spreading the disappointment lately to the next generation.
But you timed it well, and they sure fooled you. I mean, you came in at the right time. You got some Super Bowls. You had some good moments, but with that, you stuck it through these past
bad years. Yep.
Bad years,
Yep.
man.
Yep. And I still watched every single game, even at home or stadium, even when we were like 2-win or 3-win team. Like I mean, my parents were like, "Why? What are you doing? Well, you're wasting your time all Sunday." I'm like, "No, this is something I want to watch. I feel maybe I feel sad after the game, but at least this keeps me like motivated, like exciting, okay, good day's gonna come, that kind of thing." And that's what I tell my kids. I'm like, dude, like, relax, hang in there, you will be able to see a Super Bowl. There will be times that are gonna change for New York Football Giants. I've seen it, you will see it too. and maybe I'll see my third one, with that. And that's how he is. He's passionate. He wears his jersey. He wears his like gear to school all the time with proud, and that's it.
That's awesome.
That's incredible. And despite all the struggles, there's only one NFL team to win a Super Bowl in each of the last 4 decades. And
Yep,
that is
that's our record. Yeah, no one has ever
which
done
I
it.
love
Yep.
to hear.
Yep.
I love to hear about the connection with your son as well. It seems like you have very strong knowledge of the team and its history, its origins as well. Can you tell us a little bit? I believe you said 2002 is when you started watching. What is
That's when
your
I moved, but around 2003. I mean, yeah, around that time.
So around the early to mid 2000s.
Yep.
What's your favorite Giants memory?
I mean, Eli winning a Super Bowl. I mean, that's the first Super Bowl that he got with the Giants, and Giants' third Super Bowl. I mean, that's my favorite and the best memory. That run, that Super Bowl run, the 18-1 loss. That's been my best one.
Yeah,
That's
I
a
mean,
pretty good one. That's hard to beat.
I agree. That one was pretty memorable for me too. I remember I had just started dating my wife. We're sitting on a couch at my in-laws' house. I barely know them, and the helmet catch, that
Yep.
play happens, and I remember we're kind of like close, and I pushed her off me. I'm like, holy fuck, like, oh my god, and everybody's looking at me like I'm a lunatic, which I was at that
I was
moment.
I was actually with a bunch of my buddies from Rutgers, and we were watching in Fox. I still remember. I think it was Fox and Hounds, maybe Lounge in Piscataway or somewhere around there. And we were there, and then we were watching it together, and it was like everyone was jumping off the bench. It's just that thing happened. I like when you watch it in slow motion, I'm like, how the heck did he carry? When I see David Tyree, I ask him, I'm like, dude, how did you carry that? What did you had a super glue on your hands or helmet or whatnot? Like how did you come down with it? It was just it was like one heck of a catch. I mean that, and then Mario Manningham's too in the second Super Bowl.
That was a dot.
That was another one. Perfect throw.
Perfect throw.
That's amazing. I mean that's why I have this guy always on my wall. I mean Eli is the guy who I am the Giants fan. I mean, I will always admire Eli. He's one person that been my favorite, will always be my favorite. I mean, no disrespect to any other guys. Phil Simms is another one, but Eli has been the guy who I started watching Giants football. So, I mean, that's always gonna have a special place in my heart.
Absolutely. The other crazy thing with that whole play is it almost got called dead. The ref was running over to call it dead, and he broke free.
Yep.
And then he just, we know the rest of it.
He just threw it out of nowhere.
It was
It was
amazing.
like, was he even double guarded? Whatnot? Like, but I mean, Tyree went up and grabbed it. I mean,
No, that
And Eli was almost about to throw it to Chris Snee also,
oh yes.
which would have
They
been
talked
disastrous.
about that. I think you remember it was last year in the 100th season. That I don't know if you guys were there in the theater in Madison Square Garden. They had a special event for the Giants 100 season, and they actually talked about this. Like you actually were about to throw it to Chris Snee.
Yeah,
It was funny.
Good
I've
thing
seen
he
the video
didn't.
before.
If you have, there's probably a video on YouTube too, like somewhere, so someone might have recorded it. But yeah, it was
So-
pretty funny.
Besides Eli Manning, who are some of your favorite players over the years from 02? Do you have anybody from the older teams that you kind of connected
I mean,
with? Even though
I
they
like
weren't that good?
Carl Banks. I mean, from the older team, I've seen LT. LT's always been the go. That's one person who did change the. I mean, when I started reading about Giants like history, LT was another one. Jeremy Shockey. I told Joe, like, Joe, I really want to meet Jeremy Shockey, one time, because he's one of the harder one to come by, but a great tight end for the Giants. Tiki Barber, that's another one.
Are we allowed to mention Tiki
That's-
Barber on this show?
I was going to say that's a controversial thing.
He has had issues with a lot of people. Yes. And a couple of good friends that I know also. But But I
You,
guess
you know
yes.
what though? At the end of the day, he screwed himself because if he didn't leave early, he probably could have stuck around and been a part of that. You know, he knew
Yep.
that going into it. He knew what the team was going to
Yep.
be.
He would have got that ring with us. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he was a
Yep.
phenomenal
Yeah.
player. But I'll always remember when George, I think you were there too for the Bears Giants game, the Ring of Honor, Tiki
Oh yeah,
Barber. Do you remember the
yep.
booze?
Oh
It
yeah.
was deafening, and I mean, he was a great player, but it was kind of warranted. He badmouthed Eli, badmouthed the team for a while afterwards, but
But
yeah, you
he's
can't take
back
away
now. I
how
mean,
good of a player.
he's
No, he's back, man.
yeah.
I I, I like him, but you can't. He did a
You,
lot for
you
this
can't
team.
forget the past. Yes, he had like
Yeah,
what he did. Yes.
Absolutely.
But yeah, other than that, I mean, Hakeem Nicks. I mean, Hakeem Nicks is one of another baller, and Plaxico Burress. I mean, besides that one incident that he had, I mean, he was a great wide receiver, for us. I mean,
Oh, I love Plaxico. I mean, yeah, I
I
just
have a lot of
wish.
guys to name. It's just starting 2000. I mean, that was a time when you remember everybody. After 2000, 2002, OC Tuck, Michael Strahan. Like I mean, those were the guys. That carried the team. And those two Super Bowls were
Oh
like
yeah.
all because of all these guys. Mixture of this talent and Tom Coughlin for sure. Coach Coughlin. I mean, that's one guy behind all these, like the captain.
Absolutely. So, when I gotta ask you, when did you become a influencer? How did this come about? You weren't always one, and I mean,
No, I
how
was
long have
not.
you been
Yeah.
doing it?
So yeah, so like I said, so when I got the season tickets, I started going to the games more often. Try to see the crowd, try to tailgate all that stuff. But that's when I was like, you know what? I was wearing a hat, or either beanie hat or like anything, like just because we are always as a part of the Sikh religion, we always should cover our hair. Like it's hair, it's long hair, but we should always tie it and then cover it with some kind of piece of cloth. Like we always call it a turban. Some kids wear small ones, with some wear big ones, right? So in the stadium, I was like, you know what? Like, why not me wear want to be in the Giants, thing, and then I researched it. I saw some other there are a couple other teams like Sikh boys actually wear their own team color turbans, different color turbans, and I was like, okay, let me find it. Let me Google it. Like the first thing came up to was like, okay, there is actually something available, I can actually go and grab it. So I actually got this piece like the same size of my turban, piece of cloth. I tried tying it. It was a hard cotton, but it was still good, good, manageable. I wore it to the first preseason game, and everybody was like, I was already had thing in my mind, but okay, maybe I might not get a good feedback or what. I was prepared for it, what I've seen people come at me before, but this was totally opposite. They New York fans. That's why I love this team, and I'm happy that I picked this team because the fans were actually totally opposite. They were so loving. They were like, "Oh, dude, this is awesome. We have never seen something like this before. Like, are you gonna be wearing this? How long you be wearing it? Are you gonna be wearing this every game? Like that." They were excited, and they were generally they were generally asking me real questions, but hey, how long you been doing this for? Like that kind of thing. But so it was amazing. It was a good experience, great experience. And I was like, you know what? Let me start doing it again. I did it second game, third game, and then it just became my identity. And then after that, uh, changed my Instagram account. Put together. A lot of people start following. Couple of channels reach out to me. They interviewed me. One of my good friend Nitin. He wrote an article about me, about my journey from being a Giants fan and how I transformed into a Giants saying, all that super fan story and all that stuff. So that, and then during the Rangers playoff, 2 years, was it 2 years? 3 years ago, 2 years ago, right? When Rangers were deep in the playoffs,
Yep.
one of the Indian hockey channels in Canada, they reach out to me. And Canada's huge in hockey, right? And there's a lot of population there that watches. They primed my Rangers commercial. I was rooting for Rangers, in like a short, like a 10-second video. I think I still have it. I can probably send it to you guys. I still have it on my Instagram somewhere. And
Definitely.
they stream that everywhere in every single broadcast, every single Rangers game, between the periods. And that actually got me a lot of fan following, and like a lot of people started to know, okay, who I am, and what I'm doing. I still owe them a time because they wanted to bring me into the virtual studio, just like you guys, right? And share the story. They're not football people, they're more of ice hockey people, but want to talk Rangers, with them. But so that's how it become from Jasmeet saying to the Giants saying. So,
That's awesome, man.
yep.
Love it.
So it was just an experiment, and that kicked off, and
Hey,
it just became.
it's working, and you seem to be
It
having a
worked,
lot of
and
fun with it.
And
That's
yeah,
awesome.
exactly. Just like when me and Joe talk about it, Joe, license plate guy, right? Just
Yes, sir.
how he
Yep.
wore his license plate once, and then Giants won. He started wearing his one plate again and again and again, and then it just became his custom, and he became a license plate guy. That's how
This
when
is
me
true.
and him talk about it. Like we used to tailgate together, and we talked about it. And then when he looked at me, he's like, dude, like I've never seen someone wearing a Giants turban before. I've seen a lot of Indian people, but like now with the Giants turban, this is really super cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are some fun facts with them.
George, we got to get you something, man. Maybe your mustache. What do you think? Dye it red and blue. Something.
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
Yeah, fuck it.
And put some NY logo right there in the middle.
I gotta tell you, man.
I actually know a guy. He tailgates. He comes to our tailgate sometimes. He has a very long beard, and he actually paints the whole thing, or he spray paints or whatnot. He does it like a blue, and then he puts an white NY logo right in the middle.
Wow.
He has a very
It's
it's like a
dedication.
huge. It's very long beard.
Not like we're gonna creep you out or anything, but what lot do you tailgate in? I'm just curious.
You're more than welcome to come anytime. I tailgate with D3. It's a family tailgate in lot D lot. That's across the bridge. Across the parking lot. It's a very small lot. This year it was half. It was cut in half because of the construction that they were doing from the mall. They were building another bridge for the World Cup.
Yep.
So I was between that D lot and then J18. J18 is another big famous tailgate right by the flags. It's like a couple guys, like the two friends, like decided to get like a Giants van, and then they lot of yeah. I don't know if you guys have heard about it. J18 G-Man van.
Yeah. No, definitely.
It's a huge tailgate. It's a big tailgate that we do DJ, food, drinks, everything. LT's been there. Eli's been there to our tailgate. Victor Cruz has been there. Brandon London tailgates pre-games every single week with us before he goes inside the stadium to do emceeing. So
Wow.
Sounds like we got to get out of lot B, Nick, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've told you.
No, I like B though.
hit me
I
up
like
next time when you guys decide to
hanging
come to the
out.
game next year, this season. Let me know. And
Yeah, man, we
we'll
definitely
take you
will.
guys.
Definitely will.
Absolutely. And I'm sure going to a lot of those tailgates increases your following, right? Because
yeah.
a lot of people, just what I see now, I'm enjoying this conversation, and you're very personable, but at the beginning, or even as you went along on this journey, what struggles, if any, did you have, in terms of growing your social media?
Struggles. Everyone welcomed. I guess I picked the right tailgates, and Joe introduced me to D lot. So shout out to Joe. Joe introduced me to D because it was very family oriented, private tailgate, and he invited me there. Big Blue United invited me there because I actually have seats right next to the Big Blue United guy. So there were a couple of families who already were part of the D3 lot. Them, and then J18 was someone actually reached out to me online. I was looking for a tailgate to go to, and then someone offered me to come to J18, and J18 made me a family. So I don't know. I haven't had. I don't want to brag about it, but I haven't had any negative experience like anywhere. People have loved I'm not a big. I'm just a fan. I'm not like if you come to me with stats and stuff, like I'm not gonna give you all the stats. I'm not gonna give you like any, oh, this person's gonna have this many sacks or this many, like this is what's gonna record. I'm not like one of those content creators. I'm like more of like a hype fan. In the stadium, you're always gonna see me cheering for my team. I always hyping up, beefing with some other fans. Some other like other team fans. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's actually where I come in. That's one of my favorite things.
Beefing on a good side. I'm in good. I'm a good
I'm
note because I have
respectful
my
about
kid
it,
with me.
but-
Oh yeah,
So I gotta stay in that. I gotta stay in that boundary. But yeah, some trash talks is always good. I have a family. I have family with like all different fans. I have Eagles fans in my family, Commanders fans too. So I know how it is. When we watch the game together. So yeah, I mean, I haven't had any bad experience. I mean, you never know. But if I come across one, I'll come back to you guys.
Definitely. Now, Nick, what were you gonna say? You almost cut me off when I said I was respectful about it.
I was gonna say, you want to have a wild Sunday? Go to a game with George, and he will trash talk every single opposing team fan that comes by. It's fun.
Respectfully.
Like Chiefs week 3 this year. Travis
Oh, yeah.
Kelce.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you fucked with every single person that walked by. Respectfully, but it was fun.
I think the quote was "Sell all your shit, it's over," kind of thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
They were looking at me like, what is wrong with this guy? This team is terrible that I'm rooting for. And he has nothing better to do than roam the concourse before the game and just be like, well, I think what I said, the dynasty was over, sell all your shit, that kind of stuff. They all laughed. They all found it funny because they knew it was over. Switching gears a little bit. We're all Giants fans. What is the emotional state of the real Giants fan right now? Is it hopeful, exhausted, enthusiastic, maybe even delusional?
We are always hopeful. I mean, I'm always hopeful. Every season we do something in the off season that kick us off, and then there you go. Then the training camp starts. Everything looks okay. This is amazing. Our team's getting back. Reality check, right? Week 1. So unless I see team start winning, I'm not gonna say anything right now. Harbaugh is a great coach. He has a good resume. He's putting whatever staff he's putting together. Let him do his work. I mean, you hired him for a reason. You paid all that money to him. Let him do his job, and let's just not jump on the wagon and be like, oh no, he's not picking up the right team. How do you know that? Like, he is doing his research, right? I mean, let him do his job, and then if he fails, I mean, we know, if he succeeds, then all of those people are gonna come back and be say, oh yeah, see, like he's the best. So, I mean, I'm not gonna say anything right now until I see a good product because we haven't seen. But I'm excited because I'm getting my quarterback. I got my quarterback. We got a good coach. I'm getting my RB1 back. I'm getting my wide receiver 1 back. We still have some things that we need to fix in the secondary and like other parts of the team. But yeah, I mean, that's their job. They get paid to do that. Let them do it. I just need a good product. I know we can score. We just need to know how to finish it. That's it. We were not able to finish the games last year. That's been our differences, that we were not able to play in January.
I agree. I've said this all year long. If the Giants only had to play 3 quarters, we would have had a phenomenal season. It's that 4th quarter it fucked us.
Yep.
Now, has it been
Sure
hard
did.
to stay? Has it been hard to stay loyal? For me, it hasn't been. I mean, I'm always there, but I've had some tough times. And how do you compare right now to the past? Like, for the first time, I feel like there's optimism in it.
There is actually, yes. Even when Daniel Jones was drafted, I was in the stadium when he was picked, and I walked right out. I mean, no disrespect, I mean, I was like, who is this guy? I mean, I knew who was this guy, but I'm just gonna like, why are we picking him? I mean. But it is what it is. I mean, he's a good. I guess he's showing in Colts that he's a good quarterback. He just needed someone, to coach him properly.
He needed a lot of things.
He needed a lot of things.
Team
a
around
lot of
him.
good things and bad things for us. Whatever. Like, But yeah, but at that time I was like, oh boy, really. But when we picked Jackson Dart, I was like, this is different, you know. And when he started playing, we were like, I didn't want him to play at all, you know. This year, if Russell Wilson would have, I have a feeling if Russell Wilson would have won us that, which game was that? I know he won us
The Dallas game.
Week
the
2 in
Dallas.
Dallas.
No,
Yeah,
Dallas
yeah.
game he played pretty good.
He did. He played lights
He
out.
played really good. What was the other game? What was the third? Oh, the Kansas City game, right?
Kansas City game.
Kansas
We were
City
there.
game. If he
Yeah.
would have won us that Kansas City week 3 home game 1, I think we would have not seen Jackson Dart that early. You know, I was anticipating, and I had this conversation with multiple people. I was anticipating him to start at least after Patriots, if not. You know,
Mhm.
so that was like close to bye week. You know, all that stuff. But we started him early. We see how he was. I think that costed us. Scat, maybe, I don't know, whatever. But yeah.
Dable was just praying at that point. Anything to save his job. Any formula to.
It was a rush, but at least we saw what kind of quarterback he is and what he's made up of, you know. And
Right.
I think him without his wide receiver 1, without his running back 1, you know, he still worked out with the team. He just needed proper coaching, I guess.
Yeah, he needed the proper coaching. I mean,
Or
Dart
direction, or I would say direction. Not even. I mean, Dable was not a bad offensive coach, you know, but it's just I guess he couldn't put the team together. He's probably not a head coaching material.
Mhm.
No,
No,
I think he's a great offensive mind. He's known for developing quarterbacks.
Yep.
Somewhere along the lines, he lost that locker room. I don't know what happened, but I mean, even with Kafka in there, the team
He's just losing.
he looked
you know,
better. Yeah.
with the talent that we had. Abdul Carter, like came on. Abdul Carter, Brian Burns. Look,
Right.
name it. You name it. Like we have this team was. I always say this team looks amazing, awesome, fantabulous on paper. You know.
Mhm.
But record-wise, look at it. Like 4-win team, you know? And those last 2 wins were like whatever, you know? I mean,
Right.
it's like no one's going to remember it now, you know? But
Oh, we'll remember it depending on our draft pick.
depending on who we pick.
Yeah.
Depend.
move
Well,
up-
we were
if we
we
try
were
to move
shopping
up,
a quarterback.
you never
anyway.
know. Harbaugh, it's all Harbaugh's thing, right? I mean, what he does, you know?
Right.
But or he moved down. I mean, he should move down. I mean, I don't know. Depends who he wants to target. We need at least another wide receiver in town. I mean, you know, and cornerback for sure. CB1 for sure. That should be our must.
Yeah, no, look, I mean, we had issues last year defending the pass, defending the run especially, but it was really both. It was honestly
defending
both.
defending anything.
Defending as a whole, yes, but you know,
I mean, we
corner
have given up.
position.
I mean, the team that has given up 30 plus points in like multiple games. I mean, what can you say? What can you tell? You know, I mean,
Mhm.
definitely, yes, there's definitely a lot of flaws, and he knows that. Harbaugh signed up for it now, right? I mean, he
Yeah.
knows who he has to bring in, and like you know, what he's putting together.
He knows the state of the fan base too. He knows the fans are frustrated, and on the
And it's New York.
inside, yeah,
And
on
it's a
the
New York
inside,
market, yeah.
in the New York market, we know the fans are starting to feel optimistic. But what do external fans misunderstand about this fan base? And specifically, we mean like Giants fans as a whole. Like, I feel like we get a bad rap sometimes from, you know, I'm not even talking about Dallas, Philly, or Washington, like other fan bases. Like, oh, yeah, this fan base has 4 championships, but they haven't won anything, right? We're kind of viewed as a joke right now. Like, oh, yeah, they're gonna leave at halftime. What do those fans misunderstand?
I haven't interacted with any right now, so I can't even. I don't know. I mean, anyone else? I mean,
I think people outside of New York always assume people from New York are assholes in general. So whether it's the Yankees, the Mets, the Jets, Giants, Rangers, Islanders, Knicks, we're always kind of that. Those guys are assholes. There's just something about them. It's like a thing against New York, in my opinion. When you get outside of the tri-state area or upstate New York, even
it's a tough market too. It's very tough market. That's what I have realized.
Right.
And And I mean, and that's what I'm thinking, like saying. So if I'm gonna add to that, so it's a tough market. It's like people expect, like, okay, New York, teams are guaranteed to win. They have to put, they have money, just like Yankees, Yankees, for example, 27 championships, 27 World Series. I mean, they were guaranteed to win every single year until, like, all now the downside is now. Look at the Yankees. So, and even still, every year, everyone says, "Oh, Yankees are the favorites. Yankees are the favorites by default." Yankees gonna go. So I mean, that's what people expect the Giants, and they expected the Giants to be. But after coming out of every Super Bowl, both the Super Bowls, I know we going into the next year. Oh, Giants are actually favorites to win, and we were actually at one point that before Plaxico got hurt, that in 2000, what was that, 2008, right? 2008 season.
Yep.
Seven, we won.
Yeah.
We won in 7, and 8 he got shot. Right. We were very close. We were playing the wild card game the next week when he got shot, and we lost in the first round.
Shout
yes,
out
I
to
mean-
Antonio Pierce for hiding the weapon for him. Just kidding. Just kidding. That's a fact, but
Allegedly, George.
that shit happened. That's my favorite part of that is just the fact that he's like,
But why would you carry a full loaded one? That's another thing. But
no idea.
that's all that story. But yeah, I mean, if I have to ask, like, outside of New York fans, I mean, I think that's what they're gonna say. But like, hey, you guys should have a good team all the time. You have big market, more money. Like, shouldn't be, like, everyone should want to play in New York. But that's not how it is now. Look at it. Look at free agency. Like, not that many players express interest. I mean, I don't know what the story this year now. This year is going to be interesting because, especially with, like, things that we are putting together, people probably all these players that are available want to play. But until last year, we have hardly had any luck. We had to go above and beyond. Shane had to do work his butt off, to get something done.
Yeah,
I think part of it too was the non-contact ACL injuries because of the turf. That didn't help bring guys in. I mean,
the taxes don't help. I mean,
the taxes don't help. The tax situation, living alone. So your check in New York is going to get cut way harder than obviously Florida, state
definitely.
West. So, speaking of the fan base again, how do we, the fans, in a whole, how do we kind of correct the home field advantage? Because the Giants right now, I've been to a lot of games in my life, and I've just seen it steadily go downhill. There is no home field advantage. I mean, big moments in a game, it just never, the place never erupts, ever.
Except week one. Week one, we always fill up the stadium and then it goes down the drain, because we all know what the reality is. Everyone gets that reality check, and people and fans start selling tickets.
Right.
I mean, our fans are like, I mean, it's the market too, I guess, because Giants tickets gonna sell. I mean, now. I mean, I've seen tickets for selling for like $4 now too. I've seen that low of a price as well for 300 level, but New York market was like something a few years back was like, even if Giants are doing bad or Jets are doing bad, there will be fans in the stadium. There will be not Giants fans or Jets fans, but there will be fans in the stadium watching the game, or at least come and get experience, because there are a lot of tourists around there, right? Look at Knicks games. Knicks games, you will see a lot of Knicks fans, right? But I've seen a lot of tourists. I've seen a lot of people walking into Madison Square Garden for a Knicks game for that night. Not even a basketball fan, but they want to experience the Madison Square Garden. They want to experience the crowd. And that goes for football too, because football is an international sport now. It's not just an American sport anymore, right? I mean, look at it. They're in Australia too now. Who's going to be next? Asia. They're probably going to end up playing in India sometime. That has no relationship, at all, with football. So they're trying to make that international. They're trying to grab that, like, fan base, different people. So, I mean, it's all money. Exactly.
All money.
It's all money. And
We're
and New York, and
just
New York is
pawns
the
in the
team.
game.
In New York, it is. It is.
So you go to a lot of games, you meet a lot of people. Who's the coolest fan you've came across? Maybe a celebrity, something like that. An unexpected Giants fan.
Coolest non-Giants fan, you're saying?
No, an
be.
unexpected Giants fan, like somebody you didn't even expect to be there. You came across.
I mean, I would expect Joe to be there every game. You know, that's one. If I don't have to pick Joe, I would. I pick J18 boys because they come all the way from Albany. You know, all Chris and Jeremy, the two boys, come all the way from Albany. Every single Giants home game, even the draft party, the preseason game, whatnot. They've been coming. They have season tickets, and they load up the van. If you guys, you guys go on their Instagram, check them out. Like it feels good to see those kind of fans. Like regardless of what the season, regardless of what it is, they always want to come and show up. They come with all out energy. Bring loaded van with all the Giant stuff. Put it out, put the tents out, put like everything. They've been doing that for years. So I mean, I would be surprised if I don't see them 1 week. That's one of the fan base. I mean, definitely just Joe too. Joe comes like up on the top. If Joe breaks his 25 years of his consistency, like his 25 years of home and away games. That's what he's been doing. Home is actually more, but home and away combined is like, I think that this year was his 25 years. He never missed a home game, well, besides COVID, I believe.
Right.
But other than that, if I don't have to pick Joe, I will definitely pick J18 boys.
Awesome.
Oh, absolutely. And I think, this fan base is very special, and everybody has a lot of different opinions on the current state of the team. And we're going to do something a little fun now. We have this lightning round. We want to ask you, Singh, your thoughts on the Joe Schoen retention, because our opinions are split, as in me, George, and Nick. We are split on the retention of Joe Schoen. What was your reaction initially, and what is it now?
I feel that Joe is, I mean, it's good. It's good. I mean, he has made mistakes. I'm not gonna deny the fact there, right? I'm gonna be a little bit neutral, but I do think that the kind of team, the kind of people that he has picked, the kind of players that he has picked or his team has picked, are making an impact now. First year, I still think first year he picked Kevon and Evan Neal. I mean, those we knew though Giants gonna pick those players unless Giants move out of those spots. Even before Joe Schoen was hired, we knew people were doing math. There were a lot of mock drafts that were actually predicting. So that year, I think it was easier for them. I'm sad. Like, I mean, it's on the negative side. It did not work out for him. I mean, Kevon is at some point at some level, but Evan Neal definitely did not work out for him. That actually backfired him. But other than that, if you think about it, all the other players, I mean, he picked up the talents. I mean, Jalen Hyatt is another example. Yes, maybe, yeah, that may have been a miscue on his side that he actually reached up for him. But Abdul Qadir, I mean, that's talent. I mean, he actually got Brian Burns in. If it was not up to him or his relationship with Carolina Panthers, we have not had Brian Burns. We have not had a Pro Bowler this year. Right? So
That's true.
Where the credit is due, it's due. Yes, he has done some miscues, some players that he may have predicted wrong or whatnot, and that's every manager, right? I mean, no manager is perfect. Not everyone is perfect, right? Otherwise, you would have been not here, Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I would give him another chance, I mean, especially with Jackson Dart progressing. Let's see what he can do. Harbaugh. That's why I guess Harbaugh wanted a more, more management, like a more control over everything. And I don't know what level of control that he got. We don't know the entire details, but I guess he might have a good saying and at the draft this year. So we probably gonna see something different. Yeah, that's my
Absolutely.
take.
So I actually really like Evan Neal. I don't know why you guys all have a problem with him. I just think they didn't give him enough chances. All right. Some guys take 9, 10, 12 years to develop. All right. Like me.
But the
Right?
position that he has played all the time, I mean,
No,
40.
listen, that guy's ass. We're done. I was just joking.
I was like,
Hey,
Next.
hey,
I'm like,
let's
I
bring
was
Black
about to turn my
Flowers, too.
laptop off. I'm like, really, seriously?
No. That's something I like to do. I have these hot takes that, I mean, Evan
You know
Neal.
how many coaches that he has got through? How many people have like actually tried to fix just his
He's-
move, just his
he's
like how he
incredible.
moves? I mean, I don't know. He was a great college kid. He was
Mhm.
amazing. In
He was
college.
on the
I mean,
#1 offensive line in the world, though. Every player together on that team was locked in. I mean,
exactly.
not
Yeah.
everything translates to the NFL. Speaking of translating, we just hired 2 new coordinators, Matt Nagy, right, and Denard Wilson. What are your thoughts on those hires? Did they reach? Did they wait too long? Did they kind of fumble and say, "Oh shit, we got to hire someone still"? What are your thoughts?
I mean, offensive coordinator. Yes, yes. We wanted, like what's his name? I forgot.
Munkin.
Munkin, yeah, right. We always wanted everyone. 99% of the fan base was thinking, okay, Harbaugh's coming. Harbaugh's bringing Munkin. I mean, even Joe said it like the other day. I mean, don't be surprised if Munkin shows up at the press conference. That day when Harbaugh got introduced. But Munkin, I mean, no disrespect to him. I mean, if you get a head coaching job, you go and take it. That's exactly. But
Cleveland.
besides Monkin, I don't know what his plan was. I mean, did he even had a plan B? I mean, this looks like Nagy. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I can't say it's too early for because I haven't seen too much from him, except his Chicago Bears head coaching experience was a fail, right? Because he didn't had much there. I mean, all those years that he coached, the team was a disaster. It was not the team that we see this year. His Kansas City years were actually pretty good, but what I'm hearing, and I don't know if you guys can probably know more, he did not call any plays, right? I mean, he was
did
offensive
not.
coordinator, but he was not coaching. It was more of an Andy Reid calling plays, right, or Andy Reid's like
Yep.
offense.
And
So I don't know
conversely,
how much.
Harbaugh calls no
And,
plays.
and Harbaugh doesn't call plays, so this will be
So
interesting.
this is
So
going to be
this
a
would be
cluster.
interesting. How much he has learned and how much he has groomed himself
Mhm.
from Chicago to Kansas City as a wide receiver coach. No, was he a wide receiver coach? Yeah, he was a wide receiver. Oh, he was a wide receiver coach. No, what was he? He was. Oh, he was a quarterback coach. He was a
Nagy.
quarterback
Yeah.
coach for
Mhm.
one
Yeah, he
year
was a
for
quarterback
Kansas City,
coach.
right? Yeah, he was a QB
Yeah.
coach for 1 year in Kansas City, and then he converted into offensive coordinator. So yeah, let's see how those years of experience under Andy Reid turns out for him. Um, Too early to say. I mean, he doesn't. The only positive side I like, he has experience on his resume. That's it.
Right.
Good, bad, whatever. He has experience. We are bringing an experienced guy, and let's see how what we do with. That's it.
Yeah, my only concern with him is this just a stepping stone to get back to a head coaching job, which I know all offensive coordinators or defensive coordinators, whatever, have that goal.
Yeah.
But he's been there already with Chicago, and I do think he's not going to be flashy. He's not going to be exciting, but I think he might be effective with a new quarterback because Dart is still learning, and there's a lot of errors. His footwork's sloppy. He wasn't that great with the deep ball, but in a system with Nagy, we're going to get a West Coast offense that can
Which will
hopefully,
benefit him.
which will
Yes.
benefit
Which
him.
which will benefit us, yes, because especially with Scat and Scat and what's his name,
Tracy.
Turbo, Tracy, right? Whoever our three,
Yeah,
two,
whoever
three
we
running
got.
backs are. Yeah, exactly. So
Turbo's packing those bags right about now.
Turbo probably is, yes. Turbo,
We,
yeah.
we,
I
we don't
know why
got
he's
room
not-
for that Turbo guy.
Yeah,
Get all
I
these
think he's
Bills
probably
guys out of here.
he's
I'm
gonna
done with
he's
this
gonna get
Bills
picked.
shit.
He's gonna get picked by somebody. If
Sorry.
not,
Yeah,
then he will
absolutely.
come back to our
Yeah.
practice squad. Yeah, I mean, Turbo is great talent. Is good talent. He's good physical, but yeah, it's this team has a lot more talent than him right now. I mean, especially with Scat in the mix now. It all depends on how Scat's rehabs and he comes back.
I think
Oh.
thankfully with Scat, we've got youth on our side. So he's hopefully going to heal quickly. Yeah, but I'm gonna touch on something that's a topic right now. How
what
do
a
you
word.
feel like? How do you feel like Steve Tisch will affect the organization?
I know it's
There's my
tough.
dog.
It's tough. I mean, Steve. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's. I mean, if you see the overall picture, yes, it's bad. It's. I mean, but I mean, organizational wise, I mean, they have to make a decision as soon as possible. You know, it all depends. I mean, Steve has what? Like he has a good amount of shares, right? He has stake. His stake is what? 40. What is it?
40% because it's
40%.
40 or 45 40.
What's the
and
new one?
5,
The
I
new
think?
owner, the third owner
It's
is
10, right?
45,
10.
45 for between the Maras and the Tishes, and then
And
I
then
think
Oh,
it's
10%.
10
equal.
for
I thought it was Mara had more. That's what I
I
thought.
think
Like maybe.
Mara has
Mara.
the final nod on it. I'm pretty sure.
Okay,
Right,
so that's how it is.
Mara's the majority owner.
Because we have never seen Tish making any decision. That's why I was kind of surprised this year in this like head coaching, like Buffalo, like everything. Steve actually made a very, very positive role. I mean, he sent his plane out, like he actually went down there, like all that stuff. Like so it was actually pretty active, what he did. But this news came out a break after that. I mean, it's just funny. It's just frustrating at the same time. Giants is in the middle of limelight in any worst case possible. And people start making fun of Giants again, be like, hey, your owner is part of the Epstein files. Like,
Right.
and then once he was doing, and then someone mentioned Russell Wilson too. So
Yeah, he tried to buy that. He tried to buy that creep's fucking plane.
a car or a house, right?
It was a
house?
plane.
It was
I think
a plane.
Oh, it was a plane. Okay,
It was a
Yeah.
plane.
I'll
I
tell you
didn't
what
pay
though,
attention. I didn't even pay attention to all
Russell.
these. Like, yeah,
I give Russell a lot of credit. He, as soon as that came out,
He's
that
like,
dude
"Fuck
was
no."
on it. Like,
Oh, Russ was
didn't
on
do
it. Yes,
shit. I
and
saw the plane.
that's
I
where the
didn't like it.
difference
I
is.
was
I
out.
mean, that's what I'm
Can you
pretty
blame him?
skeptical about this thing though, because Russ denied the facts right away. Tish is like he gave a very generic, like
Yeah.
statement, like
Yeah, of course, because he's guilty.
and
as
then
shit.
and then
Yeah.
nothing is coming from Maras or anybody or like football operations or anybody, like anyone. There has to be somebody who supersedes. I don't know the whole organizational structure, but there has to be somebody who has to make that decision. I mean, if Mara and Tishes are 45-45, then who has the final saying? I mean, someone has to make that decision, right?
Have
I
to
mean,
be John
Yeah.
or Chris. You have to be one of them.
yeah.
And to be
But
fair,
this cannot.
I don't.
If it is genuine, if it is 100% confirmed, all that stuff, and he is like part, and he has taken this into deep, like I don't want to say those words on live, but he has done it. Then yeah, he has to go. I mean, that's me as a fan, me as a father, me as a human being. Yes, even if it was someone closer to me, I would have that person gone.
Right.
This is definitely a no for me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
The Giants got to make a decision sooner rather than later. I mean, there's emails out there now with subject matters from Tish to Epstein, where it's like Russian girl, and it's inquiring about teenage girls after he was with his son at a Knicks game, and it doesn't look good. And
Yep.
they got to do
The talk
something.
is it's not that.
Right.
Yep.
Absolutely. And I think too with the Giants, you just hope this has no impact the coaches or anything if they don't think
hope
any
not,
differently of ownership. But Singh, who's one player in your opinion that you think Giants fans are unfair to? Because I think there's a lot of good players on this team heading into next season, but I think a few guys get a bad rap that I think perform at a higher level than what they're given credit for.
Evan Neal. No. Sorry.
Ha, 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 ha. Good try.
I would say Kayvon Thibodeau, because
That's my
he
dude right
has-
there.
Yeah, I mean, I've always respected him. He's always been my guy, and I was really excited when we actually picked him. I wasn't that much excited about Evan Neal, but I was definitely excited for Kayvon. I actually end up getting his jersey right away and got it autographed that same year from him at the training camp, and we had a picture together. But yeah, I mean, K1 is one guy. He's been hustling. He has been off this year. He has had off and on and off, days, whatever. But before his injury, and then his injury happened, and then that's it. Then he's done for the year. But yeah, K1 is, he has not had much of a respect or much of I mean, he hasn't played that much, So I mean, it's gonna be very interesting how they bring him next year, or this year, But yeah, I mean him. I mean, I would always say, I mean him, Carter, and Brian Burns. They need a proper line coach, a proper I mean, that's it. Just get the work done with these, and these guys can do wonders, man. I mean, K1 should be in that mix. I will support
agree.
him. I will support him.
Tom, I got to give you a lot of credit. You had to segue out of an Epstein question.
I tried. I tried my best.
Into a player-specific question. So I'm going to go back to Epstein. No, I'm kidding. We're going to go.
Let's revisit Epstein.
Okay, George.
One move the Giants have to make this offseason. One definite move.
You talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought.
Sorry.
We were going
One
around the
move
table.
the Giants have to make this offseason. A guaranteed move they need to make like yesterday.
They have to get a CB1 either through the free agency if someone really pops out. I don't know the exact depth, like who's becoming available. I haven't. It was too early. I was still in the Knicks mode, But yeah, I don't know. I mean that should be their first priority, CB1 going into the draft if they cannot get anyone in the free.
Yeah.
That should be on the top of their line, like CB1 for sure. Wide receiver, that's also goes there right there, because especially with like our shaking, wide receiver room, because definitely a couple of these guys gonna go away, but neighbors may not be ready,
Neighbors may not be ready. What about Wandell? Do we think Wandell's coming back?
Wandell deserves it. That's one guy.
100%.
If we can pay the other guy, I don't want to say it on the screen, but if we can pay him, we have to pay Wandell.
Fuck him.
Oh, you mean that 3-year, 33 or whatever $1 million?
3-year, $33 million.
Catch a ball,
yes,
man.
Give Wandell his bag. He deserves it. Him being out there single-handedly took and scored all these games. We couldn't finish. That's another thing. But he scored, and he went whichever formation they wanted him, he showed up. I guess he probably has a much more rappel, a much more gel. Yeah, he gels with Dart much better than I would say than Neighbors right now, because Neighbors been out,
Oh yeah.
But I would say Wandell, don't let him leave that building, because that's definitely gonna be downside, But even regardless, Neighbors and Wandell, we definitely need somebody. We definitely need someone, another person.
Now, who do you think gets cut this year? Who do you think we're saying goodbye to?
I think Hyatt's definitely gonna go. I mean, I have a good relationship with his parents from day one. Jalen Hyatt, his dad and me are good friends. But I think the way he's been, the way he has worked, and the way they have worked with him, I don't know. I mean, there was definitely some disconnect, because if they reach out for him, there's definitely had to be something, right? I mean, definitely they would have seen something, but unless it was like a total blunder, But I mean, except the speed, I mean, they haven't seen anything else from him, But yeah, that's one. And then Evan Neal, everyone's fan favorite, Evan Neal. Those two guys I can definitely think of. Bobby, I don't know. I mean, I really want Bobby to stay.
I think we all
because
do.
Especially with McFadden coming back, and McFadden is another thing. That's another one. Him being injured out all year long, and his contract, they're up there. That's another interesting guy, and I really want McFadden on the team as well.
I agree.
Because when him and
too.
Bobby were together, they were good. That's the combo we need right there
Mm-hmm.
with Newman, with Newman out there, But yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know if they can keep everyone. I would not have anyone go.
No,
If it's up
nobody.
to me, that's why it's not my job, But my job is just to go watch the game and anticipate a victory, walk out with a victory song from there, and just go have fun. That's it.
Wait, this team wins sometimes?
Yeah, you did.
Oh,
Hey,
I thought
we won-
that was
we
our
won-
role in the whole
We
thing.
won 4 games. We you know what? Out of those
I
4
know, I
games,
know.
we beat the Eagles and the Cowboys. So
I know.
that's changing. That's changing.
I've been down for a while. I've been a card carrying member since
know,
'89 or
those-
so.
George is
So-
broken.
So if I
Not,
want to
not broken.
be
I've just been
happy,
fooled before.
if I want to be happy about the last season, the only thing that makes me smile is like we were able to beat Cowboys. That the game that didn't even matter, but we were also able to beat Eagles when it mattered. We beat them in our house.
Yeah, I can't stand the goddamn Eagles, man.
Exactly.
Or the
So that
Redskins.
game was like, it's just on a Thursday night football. Prime time game. That game was just something.
That was peak 2025 Giants right there.
Yep.
That was peak.
Yep.
Yeah.
So wanted to get into your man cave a little bit. You have some pretty cool stuff. You talked about Eli and Sims throughout the show.
Yeah.
What's your favorite New York Giants piece in that man cave? And I'm sure George is going to want to jump in as well because he has one of his own too. But let's talk about yours.
Eli.
Yeah.
This is one of the favorite that I have just because I love him, and he personally signed this for me. This is my winning from his first Eli Manning show episode.
Ooh.
Because when he started that show, I was the winner of his raffle, and the Giants came out. I was in Cancun vacationing, Giants off season. Yes, and I received a text. Was it a text or email? I think email that you are a winner of Eli Manning jersey. What do you want him to write on the jersey? And like and we're gonna have that jersey shipped. And I'm like, what size is that jersey? Because I really wanted to wear it, like. But then I think about it, like, oh, dude, no, I'm actually gonna have it framed. I don't care what size they're gonna send me. I gave a very long code actually to them, and they're like, oh, Eli's not gonna write all that stuff. So maybe it's just gonna be one line, signature, and whatever encryption you want. I'm like, okay. So I gave him this. In New York, they like winners, So I gave him this is one of his code. Like I looked it up, so this was one of the line that he actually said sometime. So he said that, and then I definitely wanted to make sure that he writes only a Giant for me. That, and then I got a couple of his cards inside. I framed this myself, So this is me. And then one of a really good friend of mine, he actually made these $10 bills, Eli, with Eli's face on it. I don't know if you guys have seen this circulating around.
No,
I have a few. So if I see you guys there again, I'll give it to you. He owns a grocery stores business. So Mike Vivallo, that's his name. His Instagram handle is Team Vivallo.
I know.
A very good guy, very very nice guy. He has a lot of NFL players that he has a relationship with, that he makes the shirts out of, like for Saquon, right? So he has a Saquon broccoli, that kind of thing. Like, so it's like he's promoting eating healthy. I think Jamar Cheese, I think that's what it is. So he makes up all these funny names, targeting kids, and young ones. I have a Dexter Lawrence jersey shirt from him that I wore last year. So it's like Dexter Lawrence on the shirt, but on the face it's orange. So it's Dexter Lawrence. That's what it calls. So
that's pretty
cool.
cool.
Yeah, so that's it. So he made those $10 bills, and it's really cool. So that's my thing. This I got it from Joe. It's the plate. It's called Only a Giant. That I had to put on this wall because this wall is actually my Eli's wall. So this is another Eli's MVP plaque that I have here. These are some of the giveaways. Yeah, so yeah. I mean, the rings that they gave us as a season ticket holder. Anytime I go to Mexico, I always grab something that they make in the hotels.
Oh, the Day of the Dead thing. That's awesome.
So that thing one, and then I got this from Mexico. So anytime I go to Cancun a lot, right? So Cancun's my vacation spot. So anytime they make something Giants over there, like I just go and grab it. That's another one. This is another one that I got. They personalized it for me, the board. So those are
awesome.
some cool stuff that I have it in my office, and outside of this office, like my whole basement. So maybe I can show you guys sometime
It's
later.
amazing.
Yeah,
Definitely,
you.
most definitely.
some of the pieces, yeah.
Georgia's
Oh,
competition.
actually, this is something that someone just sent me. One of the fans. This is a piece of a turf from old stadium.
That's
I've only
awesome.
been to that. I've only been to the Giant Stadium once, and this is actually there's a certificate of authenticity. So no one can tell me like that's fake because this is a certificate right in the back, and this is a game used turf from Meadowlands Stadium, like from old Giant Stadium. So that's a nice collectible that I have. But yeah, so it's all about Eli. I mean, anything Eli I see online or anywhere, just go crazy for. There you go. Oh, actually, I have that. I have that outside hanging. I have that, and I have a Beckham. I have a Odell Beckham too. Yeah. Yep. I think I lost your voice.
Damn.
I think we lost his voice.
Who, me?
No.
Nick? Oh, we
Nick's,
lost.
yeah.
Nick.
We
That's
lost
good.
Nick.
Nick
We lost you, Nick.
kind of
Yeah.
he sucks anyway.
He was talking. I think he was talking, and then we lost him.
Something failed. So switching gears a little bit, Tom, you're done, right?
Yes, sir. Yep.
So I'm a big foodie. I grew up in New York City, moved upstate. I love New Jersey. To me, has the best diners on earth, hands down.
Yep.
Where's your diner spot, or is it something local or somewhere else in Jersey?
Hello.
What's the best?
When-
what's the best?
So when I was in
Copy.
Hackensack, hey Chris, welcome back. So when I was in Hackensack, I grew up in Lodi, Hackensack, that Burn County area. So I always used to go to Chit Chat Diner, in Hackensack on Essex Street. That's where I always used to go. I still have to find a diner here in Manalapan, Freehold area, like where I can go. I haven't checked one out yet, but that's been one of my diner. Meadowlands Diner is another one. And any diner you walk into, like it's pretty good. I mean, you can't go wrong with it. That's why Joe picks the diners every year for his holiday dinner.
Big tip dinner.
The big tip dinner, and I've been doing that for almost 4 years now with him. So it's pretty cool, good experience. Nothing fancy, nothing too flashy, because our big thing is to actually collect the big tip. You pay $100 up in front, and you order what you want, and then whatever's money's left over, then that goes all towards the tip for the staff and for the waiter.
I love that.
Waitress, yeah. So that's a cool thought that he came out with. It's been running. I mean, we have a lot of people joined. I mean, we have Giants beat writers now. Art Stapleton joins us. What's his name? Couple of other guys joined us as well.
Duggan, Dunleavy.
No, Duggan didn't join. I haven't seen Duggan. Couple of other guys. Talking Giants have been there.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So and the players, of course, a lot of players come by all the time. So yeah, it's a good experience. So yeah. So diners.
So,
yeah. I mean, Chit Chat Diner is the one that I've always went to. That's been on top of my list.
We'll have to check that out. I love diners. I don't know about these two, but who really cares? Diners are the best.
See, George asks a lot of questions and doesn't wait for the answer. He just moves on and continues talking. I'm surprised you got to talk today. But moving on, what is your message for Giants fans heading into the next chapter?
It's gonna get exciting. and just hang in there. Uh, I would say just stay hopeful, faithful, and keep representing blue. Don't sell your tickets to the season ticket holders, please. I always say that. I mean, I know it's your money, you spend it, but I mean, give it to another Giants fan. That's what I always say. And there you go. Yes. So if I ever need a partner, I'll hit you up. Because
Absolutely.
sometimes if I don't end up taking my son, with me, but
He's seen enough games. I mean, it's time for me.
right? But I always try to do that. Sometimes I give it away. If I don't go, I hardly make that decision. But last, like, if someone upgrades me, if someone wants me to come in their booth or like that, and I've already have my tickets, I'm not gonna sell it. I give it away to somebody. Last couple of games, my son couldn't go with me, so I actually picked a fan from my fan base, and
that's cool.
and reach out to him, like, hey, come with me, experience what I experience every day, every Giants game day. Brought him to the tailgate, have him experience the tailgate, have him walk with me, and then come to the seat with me, sit right next to me, and have it experience it. So yeah, that's one thing I do. But yeah, so hang in there, be faithful. I know that's a Niners thing, be faithful, but it definitely has to be ours, because we have lost our fan base a lot. A lot of people, a lot of fans have shown a lot of disrespect to the team. I know the product has not been great, but just hang in there, man. That's it. Just be hopeful. Next year will be our year, maybe. If not, then maybe the year after. This is a work in progress. Think about it. There are a lot of other teams too that have never won anything. They've been a disastrous team. There are a lot of other teams, and there are a lot of other teams that are actually getting back. So just be with your team, because if you're not gonna show up, if you're not going to be with your team, then who they're going to play for? They play for the fans. They play for the money too, because they want to make money, but they play for the fans as well. We gotta show. When we are in the stadium, just be with them. That's all. That's what I like to do.
So last
like to
week
go and
we had Leonard Marshall on.
I saw that.
Giant
Yeah.
Ring of Honor guy.
Yep.
And he made a point to tell us, like, in the Meadowlands, when the fans were savages and he would just hear all the noise, and he said, quote, I used to play to that shit. I wish the fans today would understand that and give our current team that kind of luxury, because that has to improve the defense. I know I would be hyped as a motherfucker if I had that kind of noise going on versus what we have now.
And that's what it is. I mean, that in the 90s, I mean, that team brought the product on the field. When that team walked out of the tunnel to take that first snap, fans knew that we're going to be like those bad guys. We will be crushing the other team, even though we might walk out with like 40-point deficit, whatever, right? But when we start the game, we knew. Right now, the team that we put together, be like, everyone's like, oh shit, this team doesn't even have like a legit quarterback. Last 4 years, we didn't even have a legit quarterback. We didn't even have a legit team. We're like, what are we playing for? What are we talking about? What are we going to do? That kind of thing. So,
right.
Yes, bring us good product and fans will show up,
Absolutely.
They are a lot of loyal fans too. They're like, what, 60? How many seats we have? I think it's like about 100, 87,000 or something. I'm sure we have 87.
Around that.
80,
Yeah, it's the
87,000.
biggest. It's the biggest in the league.
Yeah, and I'm sure we have 87,000 fans that we don't even need a away fan in there in any of those seats.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so that's my statement to them. Just show up, and if you need a tailgate, come to me, man. Come on, let's do it.
We will absolutely.
We're gonna check that out. We're definitely gonna take a walk.
Yep.
Absolutely.
I walk around sometimes. I go to different tailgates, whoever invites, or someone if I want to go check it out. Big Blue Barbecue is another one that I checked out this year. Very nice tailgate. Joe told me about, and I went there. Good food. And yeah, talking Giants to tailgates too sometimes. they're all on the other side. So it's quite a walk for me sometimes. If I eat a lot in D, then sometimes I take a walk down there because it's on the other side of the like parking lot. Uh, but yeah, going
Love
around.
that.
That's what I do.
Singh, before we let you go, anything you want to plug outside of the tailgates and stuff, like socials, events that are coming up that you might be attending, stuff that to promote the team, the fan base, get fans together, and all that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, like I will tell you, like this, the most recent one that we're gonna be having is Joe is coming out with that softball, the charity softball event. You guys might have seen that.
Yeah.
He just released the VIP tickets today. Um, so, I mean, those are like $130 each, I think. We definitely need sponsors. Uh, I'm working with Joe to get any sponsors, any businesses that if you guys know, if you come across who wants to. Joe has different packages, different level of packaging, that what level of sponsorship they can do. So yeah, so any help in that kind of sort, especially definitely with promoting softball because it's a Brian Burns thing. 100% of that money collected is all going to go towards Brian Burns charity and his agent's charity that Joe has been working with. I've been to this event. This is his third softball event. First one he did was with Landon Collins. Second one he did 2 years ago with Dexter Lawrence. That I was there, and this one is with Brian Burns now. So with that being said, I mean definitely that's a huge one. That's the biggest one outside of any other Giants events. This is something that we're gonna do this year. So if you guys want to come, I mean, hit me up, let me know. Definitely we'll definitely catch up there.
Yeah, definitely.
A lot of content creators are coming that day. They're probably gonna set up something outside as well, in the parking lot to do some kind of live. Like Bobby did that last year. Bobby Skinner, when he was with the Talking Giants, he did something from the booth over there. It was a good environment. It was fun, and that's the only time besides the training camp that you can get close to the players. Players come out to you in the dugout, they sign autographs, they throw footballs, or like softballs. I'm gonna show you that right now. Like Hakeem Nicks signed a softball for me that day.
Oh, that's cool.
He actually gave it to my son, and he just tossed it over to him at that softball. So yeah, so we make memories like that. It's not like Hakeem Nicks hasn't signed a lot for me. I have tons of stuff from him, but this is something special. This is something from Joe's event that I can actually show. It's a softball. It's different. It's not football.
Right.
It's something different.
Cool.
It's a different stuff.
We like Joe. Good guy.
So you mentioned Talking Giants a couple times. Whose side did you go on in the divorce? Was it Justin Pennick or Bobby Skinner?
I stay neutral. Both are my friends. I don't want to say it. I don't want to get into
Good
politics.
answer.
I don't want to take in politics, but I mean,
Good
I've
answer.
heard both sides of stories. Bobby is a good friend of mine too, and Justin Pennick is he's sweetheart. Like I talk to him all the time. He's a Jersey boy, me and him are good friends too. So they both had different. I mean, people part ways. I mean,
Yeah.
things don't work out.
I want to part ways with Nick already. We're only
Yeah,
three
George
shows
has
in.
no idea he's been fired. Cut to black. Cut to black.
All
Oh
right.
man.
I think I gotta go. It's
All right, Giant Singh.
Yeah.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for your time.
Thank
Yeah,
you,
man.
care.
Thank you
guys.
very
Thank you for
much.
having me on. Yep.
Appreciate
Appreciate
it.
you.
Fun episode. Let's go, Boo.
Let's go, Big
go.
Blue.
Man.
That
Alrighty.
was
Hello.
Giant Singh. Appreciate him.
I hope to Christ he really had to go and that last question didn't just kick him out.
No. Totally good.
I had to ask it. I mean,
No, of course. Great guest.
absolutely.
He's awesome. Very good content creator. Make sure to go check him out on all of his social media. I just want to get to a couple comments before we wrap up the show. Tudo tuning in. Love and respect to Big Tommy. Greetings from our entire Italian rugby national team. Great Giants live stream, mate. Tudo, thank you for being a loyal supporter over all the years. Appreciate you as always. Tommy, my mate's asking, what's talk tonight, mate? Cheers. Oh, yeah. We got to do our little cheers. Forgot to do our little cheers at the beginning of the show. Second straight week.
Yeah. We had a good run.
Mm-hmm.
What do you got in there? What do you got in there, George? You're going for it.
Twist, iced tea
Yeah.
and vodka.
There you go.
You're speaking in tongues. Congratulations.
By the
shut
way,
up.
did you see this Tim comment, Nick, before? That boy,
Uh,
Nick, easy on the eyes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's my buddy Tim. Hi Tim,
Tim
how are you?
Belsky. Appreciate you, Tim.
He needed that comment like a hole in that. His fucking head is too big as it is. So
Yeah.
I don't know
It's
how
been
your
fun.
head. You just redid your basement. I hope you did like a 12-foot wide doorway for that head. But
Can you write that one down, George? That's a good one. That's
Write
great.
it down.
Keep it
I
coming.
might.
Fuck you.
No,
That's our
appreciate
son.
you guys all in the comment section. JT, you were awesome tonight. Was meeting Singh actually on the Giants 5K. That was a memorable moment for him. Thank you so much, JT, for all of your comments tonight. Tim, bars cards, appreciate you. Delmar, you were great. And of course,
Delmar's-
Tudo.
Delmar was not great.
Tudo,
Fuck
Cameron, want to shout you out as well. Goofballs, you guys are always showing up every week. George, Nick, any final thoughts before we call it a night?
No, I think
You want to do this again next week, or
Might as well.
minus George. Yeah, we're gonna continue on. Next
have
week
someone?
we're gonna have Mike from Pudgy Boy Sports Talk. He's gonna be joining us on the 12th, which I believe is Thursday at 8 p.m. And he's gonna sit down and we're gonna shoot the shit like we have continued to do these first 3 weeks. It's gonna be fun. Minus George once again. George, you're gone.
I feel like. Do you remember that brief period of time where they replaced
Mute the mic,
Vanna
Tom.
White? Where
Mute the mic.
They replaced. Stop. They replaced Vanna White on Wheel of Fortune. I feel like I'm about to get kicked off, and this pudgy guy is going to replace me, and then I'll be by myself.
You better
That's what
watch
we're hoping.
yourself.
That's what we're hoping for. But no,
Hmm.
no, it was fun. Thank you again for coming on, man.
Absolutely.
Any
He was
final
great.
thoughts, guys?
I'm good. Make sure to go check us out on all of our social medias if you haven't. Well, we have some clips up of Leonard Marshall and our interview with him last week. A lot of stuff, the Howard Stern stuff, all that stuff. There was time with the Giants winning those Super Bowls. Our audio link will be out as well on our link tree on the Review and Preview Sports and on Instagram and YouTube at 1925, the New York Giants podcast. And don't forget our Facebook page as well. On behalf of Nick Godin, George Bristol, I'm Tom Scavetta saying cheers. Well, George, you have something?
No, I thought you were going to do the good night Big Blue thing. I was going to
No.
You switched it up.
Appreciate you all. Make sure to go check out 1925 once again next week.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you.